to give Russ credit, now I know he was playing against the Bad News Bears, but that was one of his best games as a pro, period. And I seen him, played against him in Seattle a lifetime ago, chase that fucker around for hours. And I've never seen him play like that on schedule that well. Like what Arthur Smith is doing, and forget about the red zone, like they got in the red zone, which they haven't done lately, which I think is probably a function of Cincy. I don't think that's solved yet necessarily. But man, the story on Russ like a couple years ago was like, will he take the profit? You know, will he stop playing hero ball? You know, will he work the middle of the field? Will he work the underneath stuff? Like they're doing all those things, and they're doing things with timing. And I just think Arthur's was a great hire. And hey, I said this, I don't even know if they knew what they were doing when they signed Russ. But I'm watching Russ play like that, and on the other TV, Kirk Cousins is playing like that. And he was supposed to be the big signing. Mm-hmm. And so what a job Pittsburgh's done with the hires. What a job Pittsburgh's done.
Seasons without a losing record.
Mike Tomlin's that dude. And so I cannot believe last year we were talking about axing him. You know, there were some people that were talking about axing him. You got to give a guy like this a chance to right the ship. He did right the ship. And those two edge guys, Herbig, who is in there for Highsmith, and of course TJ Watt. It's 21-all when TJ Watt forces a fumble and starts a slide in the middle 8, which is a big part of the game, the 4 minutes before the half and after the half. That started a slide that changed the way the game was played, and then Herbig sending that game into blowout mode so that the Bengals really had to play from more than a possession down. They went down 17. As a result, they were hunting a one-score game in the fourth or in the third, whenever it happened. But Herbig just beating Orlando Brown around the corner. These guys just stepping up in big spots. It was a very Pittsburgh win defensively, in that those guys made big plays. You had Dante Jackson interception, but the difference is now they can outscore you. And your guy George Pickens, hilarious,
ridiculous, man.
Oh man,
he's hilarious, but he's also
it's
like
getting ridiculous.
Like, what's he like? Yeah, it's getting ridiculous. He's like AB a little bit.
No, don't do that to my guy. Don't do that to my guy, George Pickens.
Yo,
I'm just trying to bait Max into some excitement over here.
Bro, he scoped up and air shot someone in the crowd, bro.
He shot somebody in the crowd.
Yeah. That is, I haven't mentioned, that's my fly in the wall. I know it's not possible, but I just want to be in his brain before he thinks about doing that. Like, what is going through your head that you're in a pro football game, that you're riled up enough that like you're locked in with someone in the crowd to be like, I'm gonna shoot them with my finger.
Listen, there's a little agent of chaos in his brain pulling the levers. I don't know who it is.
Yeah,
well, I want to be there.
We all have intrusive thoughts.
I want to see it in real time.
The
like
George Pickens experience.
Like what it
be like a VR thing.
Intrusive
A VR thing would be incredible.
And I just want to see like what he's thinking exactly before it. And then, like, when his teammates are in his face, or like Cam Hayward, like when they're talking to him, like I want to think in that moment, like if he's just blanking out, or like is he really listening, or if he's just like, I don't care, dude.
You know, in GTA you can do whatever you want. It kind of reminds me of like being in GTA. Like he's turned the football field and everything, the lines outside of it, and the whole thing into just a GTA situation where it's like an immersive map, and you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can beat a guy up in traffic. You can drive a Cessna into the ocean. You can steal an airplane.
I would be devastated for him though if like it gets down in the season and this like maybe cost them a game or something crucial. Like that hasn't happened.
Yeah, it's
yet.
headed there.
It hasn't, and that's what I'm saying. It hasn't happened.
Steelers are 9-3.
Spot,
what is George Pickens like if they're not winning like this? Like I want to know what he's like in an alternate reality when they're 3-9.
Remember when he was catching the ball from Pickett and company last year? I think we were scratching the surface, but I will tell you there's hope because he's got a mentor out there on the field, and it's not Mike Tomlin. It's Broderick Jones, who's like the same age or maybe younger, knows him from college. And every time Pickens makes a big mistake like that, Broderick Jones pulls his little mentee in and he's like, hey, we just can't do shit like that.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about this, but he just keeps, you can't let Broderick Jones down, George.
Mike Tomlin's like, yo, go Can you go talk to him, please?
Yeah, seriously.
Just sends Broderick Jones.
Broderick Jones is
And
his mentor.
You know the movie Inside Out? It's about the little girl and she has all the emotions.
Yeah.
I want to see the Inside Out, but of George Pickens, because it's like
Chaos.
all the things.
Is chaos and emotion?
Yeah, literally, it's the agent of chaos jumping around, and everyone's like, "Fuck, agent of chaos!"
Everyone else
Just
is
showed up.
locked up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone else is locked in a cage. And
Yeah.
And when I see him after the game, he always seems so level-headed.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, you seem like a totally chill guy.
Yeah.